Go ahead, switch this guy's leg. His left leg is crit. You can see we just override there, okay? So I'm taking internal damage. I just want to sort of showcase that's what happens. I'd rather that happen. Now, granted, that is a light mech. It's probably not going to do a whole lot of damage. But if you were to come around a corner and accidentally don't have a right on and you shut down, you're dead, right? So I'd rather potentially take internal damage than have that happen. Hey, what's going on, guys? Phil here with another Mechwarrior Online video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the trial mechs in Mechwarrior Online. If you are new to the game, this is actually specifically geared towards you. I want to say first off, welcome to an amazing IP that I've grown up with, and it's near and dear to my heart. But as you jump into playing this game, you probably have a ton of questions. And you're going to earn C-bills from doing that, that tutorial series, right? And you're going to come out and you're going to say, okay, well, what's next? Before you even do that, I feel like one of the best things you can do is familiarize yourself with, one, the Mech Lab, understand, and one, you can watch other videos, you can watch streamers. Streamers are a great resource to have. But I feel like the cool thing that you can do is you can use the trial mechs. Now, these are mechs that are geared for newer players that are already customized via the player base. Some of them are a little bit old, maybe I would say not up to snuff as far as today's standards for meta, if you will, and meta just being the term of, you know, what's sometimes the best setup for it, right? Customization wise and efficiency wise. Right here we have a Warhawk with a Gauss rifle in the left arm, a large pulse in the left arm, large pulse in the CT, and then 3 ER mediums as well. And we'll take a quick look at that. But I feel like these are a great tool so you can get a feel for what each class does potentially. And of course, familiarize yourself with the combat and structure, right? And by the way, if you go to select mech and you don't exactly see this, maybe what you do is you see this, right? What I've done is I've clicked on chassis here. I don't like having all the images, even though it's really cool. I like just having just the information. So I go to chassis and sort by trial. You can have inner sphere clan, just click both. And right here, just click all. That way you see all the weight classes. And yeah, we're going to be taking a look at the Warhawk. So if you are new and you have questions, make sure to post those down below in the comments section. But what I want to specifically do is show you how to use this mech, how I would utilize it as a player with a little bit of experience under my belt, and potentially how you can best utilize it. And of course, this is with no consumables. This is with no skills applied to the skill tree, right? Many of these mechs I have mastered on my own personal account, but we're using a different account. So I'm going to be in your shoes on all of this. And, you know, some of these are a little bit more difficult, but I feel like it's really important for me to show you that it is possible. You just have to pick up on a few nuances, like watching your heat, right? Making sure to, you know, use cover and concealment and movement, communicating with your teammates, staying with the herd, if you will. There's a lot of nuances, but let's go ahead and dive in here. And again, just want to sort of show you what these trial mechs are capable of. But also another cool thing is you're going to earn income with these, right? I don't want you going out there and wasting all the C-bills you earn for the tutorial. I want you to be educated going into your purchases. So again, if you are watching this and you are uncertain, please drop a question down in the comments below. Join us on Discord. All right, I'll link our Discord down below. Feel free to watch me on Twitch. I stream Monday through Friday at twitch.tv/NGNGTV. If I am playing a different game, it is okay to ask me about builds. Do not hesitate. I want you to be educated and I want you to feel comfortable with what you're doing. All right. So let's go ahead and hop in here. I'm going to showcase a few rounds, right? And I'm just going to record. If we win, we lose, it's not a biggie. If I die, it is what it is. Sometimes that's going to happen. Even as a veteran player, you sometimes aren't going to have the ability to control the outcome of the match because of whatever reasons. So that's what this series is going to be about. I hope you guys enjoy it. And again, this isn't going to be me getting the perfect footage. This is going to be me showing you what the mech is capable of. And this mech may not be capable of a whole lot as far as in general. I think this one will hold true. I think this one will be fine. But that's what this series is going to be about. No longer build reviews. I want to do, should you buy this mech or should you use this mech? And as a new player, being able to lock down some of the basics of MWO gameplay, understanding the mech lab, understanding the nuances of all the systems. And yeah, go do it, shall we? All right, here we go. And again, one thing you can do is hit that override button. Now, what does O and override? Why is that important? One, if you do shut down, you won't shut down in front of your enemies, which means certain death. And I've talked about this a lot. One of the things I want you to do right off the bat is alpha, which is right mouse button and middle mouse, at least for me. I want to see where that heat is. That's spiked up to 56%. That means if I'm around that 80% mark, if I alpha, I'm in a bad spot. I've got a moth flying around my office. That is weird. Also, the Gauss cooldown and charge mechanic. That is something you can learn and master if you get into the training ground. It costs you nothing. You don't have to worry about enemies or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and push up here. I do have assaults.
New target acquired.
On the, looks like, other side. I'm going to go ahead and duck dodge here. We just ran right into that. That's fine. There's nothing we can do there. I'm going to hold right here. Let's see if this guy rolls right out on up. He is. All right, we're just going to hold. All right, Blood Asp. We're going to go for that torso. And hold this ridge. We got others coming in here. It looks like a Vapor Eagle. That Vapor Eagle is tagging. Most often than not, these things have very little leg armor. So if you see those setups,
new target acquired.
We're going to go ahead and poke here. If you see Vapor Eagles, they usually, at least the ATM Eagles, go for the legs, right? By the way, within their optimal, which is 120 to 300 meters, they're doing 3 damage per missile, which is quite a bit, right? Looks like we've got that Blood Asp is just playing a dangerous game right there. I don't know what's going on right now.
New target
what is going on? All right, we're gonna alpha here. Left torso or left arm. It looks like he's got. All right, we'll go take that torso if we can. We're gonna cool off here. All right, so you should see there, my right arm's got the ER medium, so I'm gonna go ahead alpha there, alpha there. The CT's not doing well. Obviously, he's got me pegged in. Good maneuver here. Looks like I got friendlies. He is still in the open. Let's go ahead and end him. All right, torso twist here. Again, very important.
Target destroyed.
Boom, friendly got him.
Base is being captured.
All right, looks like
New target acquired.
got a target behind there. It looks like we got a king grab over here.
Base
Where are
is
they
being
at? Okay,
captured.
that's where they're at. Some of them are hitting our base. I did see something on the radar.
New target acquired.
I think we got something right here.
New target acquired.
All right, I just took that
Base is being
torso off that Irby. He's not doing well. Gauss cooldown is down. Okay. Again, I gotta remember what weapons are on my arms, which ones are on my torso.
Base
Sometimes a little
25%
confusing.
captured. Base is being captured.
All right, King Crab is crit. Okay, and you've got pretty good DPS with the
Target acquired.
a large pulse. Right, we go ahead and maneuver here.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Again, just take that arm off of that Irby, and he's gonna have nothing to stand on. We're gonna maneuver over here.
Enemy
All right, there we
base
go.
is being
Irby's
captured.
just get out of here. All right.
Heat level critical. New target acquired.
All right, he does have 2 medium lasers. I'm not as concerned with that.
Enemy base
There we
is
go.
being captured.
Alpha here. There we go. You can see this build is pretty heat efficient.
Target destroyed.
All right,
Heat level critical.
good maneuver. We've got a rifleman over here. Looks like our base is still under attack.
Enemy
Not a
base
big
is
deal.
being
Again,
captured.
You got plenty of range here. We do have an assault. You can see him right there. It looks like a Kodiak, potentially. Is that right? Yep, Kodiak 3. I've got range. Might as well use it. I'm not doing a ton of damage. I missed the shots there. All right. He's in the open there.
Heat level critical. Gauss ammo at
CT.
25%.
There we
Heat
go.
level critical.
Doing some damage. And as you can see with the large pulse, your recycle rate, your cooldown is
Enemy
pretty
base
quick.
Is being captured. Target destroyed.
Nope, didn't get him. All right, so again, is this a capable setup? I think yes. It's got 1.5 heat efficiency, which basically means the ability for it to cool down alpha and sustain that massive amount of heat is decent, right? So we don't have premium time here. If we did, we could have increased the C bill by 101,000. Now, should you buy premium time? I think that's up to you. Do I think it's worth it? I think generally premium time is worth it in majority of free-to-play games, but that is totally up to you. You can also get MC a lot from events and buy premium time that way as well. But 203,000, it would have been 304,000 just from that match. 787, definitely probably top damage. Yeah, top damage by far. And of course, let's go ahead. I'll hop into another match. We are back. First thing we're gonna do, hit that override, engage. Again, if you need to understand why I'm doing that, it's so that if you hit your heat threshold, right, your capacity, your mech will automatically go into a shutdown mode. You don't want this in front of your enemies. Now, what are the negatives? The negatives are you could potentially do internal structure damage. I would rather do that than potentially get blasted away, right, by enemies. Now, they're going to be moving across here. We've got plenty of range. We're going to go ahead and hit this guy. This guy's got tag.
Heat level critical.
We also have a Mad Dog with streaks. We are going to engage that.
New target acquired.
Yes, we are. He does have potential friendlies. Now, this had streak 6s. Mad Dog, go for the left, right torso. Oh, he's not alone. Wow, we've got a weird setup going on. I'm going to go ahead and back up here. I'm going to use him as a shield. You do not see engagements happening over here very often.
New target acquired.
All right, I got to be careful here. Again, don't want to overextend. Also don't want to leave my buddy hanging. All right, let's go press up here. We do have that Shadow Cat in the rear. He is rocking the missile setup, so not as concerned here with that, actually. So let's go do that. Raven, I just totally missed all that shot. Don't do what I did there. All right, let's go for that torso.
Heat level critical.
If you are going to shield with the right. Shield with the right arm.
Heat level critical.
This guy is walking in a straight line
Heat
backwards.
level critical.
That's bad. All right, very bad. It's also one touch CT, so if I see him again, I'm going to go ahead and blast him. All right, this guy's popping his head up.
Target destroyed.
Go.
New target acquired.
Right, if that Shadow Cat is back there. So he's near. Oh, there's a flea. I saw it. Flea. All right, we're going to go to maneuver, get in the fight here. We do have two guys back there, but I'm going to ignore that.
Acquired.
We do have some funny setups going around here. There's the flea. Where are those missiles coming from?
Target spotted.
There we go. He's down. All right. He's going to be playing with that old guy. That's annoying. See, that guy's engaging him right there. There's nothing we can do. Where is he? All right. I can't even see him.
Target
All
acquired.
right. I'm going to go over here with the Annihilator. See if we can go pick a fight here.
Target acquired.
Looks like we surrounded them.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Definitely longer sightlines benefit this setup. You know, the ER mediums have quite effective range, and then of course the
New target acquired.
large pulse can reach out and touch. So that guy is not even shooting back. And you can see the efficiency here, pretty damn good
Target
as far
destroyed.
as things are concerned. being able to alpha multiple times pretty quickly. Looks like we have a few targets over here. I'm gonna go ahead and follow this bushwhacker. More often than not, especially as a newer player, you know, you follow friendlies, right? Safety is in the herd. And yeah, you may hear people talk about just complaining about NASCAR and this or that, but the reality of it is if you're by yourself, you are vulnerable. So I just want to sort of keep that in mind. Don't let that discourage you. They're going to be with friendlies more often than not. Not many mech setups are solid by themselves. There's that mad dog that we thought we were chasing earlier. Okay, that archer just got legged.
New target acquired.
And let's go ahead and say hello, shall we? There we go. We're gonna go ahead and drop right down here. Right in the back. Okay, one more. Okay, he's a standard.
New target.
Flip around here.
Enemy base is being captured.
Alright, I'm watching that heat. Okay, his torso's pretty beat up. We just took that torso.
Acquired.
I'm gonna go ahead and switch this guy's leg. His left leg is crit. You can see we just override there, okay? So I'm taking internal damage. I just want to sort of showcase that's what happens. I'd rather that happen. Now granted,
Target destroyed.
that is a light mech. It's probably not going to do a whole lot of damage. But if you were to come around a corner and accidentally don't have a right on and you shut down, you're dead, right? So I'd rather potentially take internal damage than have that happen. All right, here's another case. 720 damage, 143 extra 1,000 C-bills we could have made on top of this. So again, now you're pushing what, 425,000 income on this. Now, are you probably going to be putting out as much damage as I did there? Probably not, but you could be. And again, that's where premium time may be something for you. And that's really what you have to answer by yourself. But this build obviously did well here. If we look at across the board, again, top damage, I wouldn't be surprised. So there you have it. So that is the trial Warhawk. If you're a newer player, should you use this mech? I think potentially, yeah. I think it's a solid mech. For an assault mech, it's quicker than especially like the other ones out there. But for a trial mech, being able to get used to one, the Gauss rifle charge, large pulse lasers, ER medium duration, and of course, just the nuance of really you got a torso twist in this. Positioning is really important for an assault. If you noticed what I was trying to do there is I was always trying to stay with a friendly and or stay with the herd. Do I think you should buy this? I think it's one of those things where, again, learn the nuances of the mech lab, learn the nuances of the difference between Indo and Pharaoh and what an Omni mech is and so forth. But as a trial mech stands, I think this is still a solid build. It's definitely better than going out there and buying a Warhawk, not knowing what you're doing and wasting your C-bills. And if anything, it's going to improve your skills if you practice. And speaking of practice, hop into that testing ground. It's right over here. You can even do it in the mech lab here. It's this easy. You can say enter testing grounds and pick a map. Go practice that Gauss charge. That way you're not having to be frustrated when you're in combat. But keep in mind, the best way to get used to using that mechanic is to use it in combat. But at least you can get the basics of holding down the button, letting it charge up, how many seconds, okay, boom, I can let it go. I think this is a good trial mech. It still holds up as far as it may not be the meta, but dual large pulse in general has sort of fallen out of the way. I still think this is a decent setup, and it's a lot better than the stock loadouts across a lot of mechs. So if this was helpful, if you like this video in this series, make sure to like this video. And of course, leave a comment down below. What trial mech do you want me to cover next? We do have a selection here to go over. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. If you're new and you enjoy yourself here and you like the content I create, make sure to click that subscribe button, that little bell notification. And of course, if you want to support me, head over to twitch.tv/NGNGTV. Give me a follow over there. Join me live and check out my Patreon page as well, where you guys can help support my passion about creating content. But guys, this has been another Mechwarrior Online. I just wish this information would have been presented to me earlier, you know, like when I was like, we were sort of the people learning as to go. But if you're new, I feel like a lot of this information could be quite valuable. So let me know what you guys think, and we will see you on the next video. Until next time.